So this one way tells this is asynchronous message. Okay. I was just giving an example of reading message on WhatsApp, right? Okay. So next, process settings. What is this process settings? So if you observe carefully, if I select request reply, there is no that process setting option. Okay. So this option is only available for one-way communication. Okay. So process settings. This has a very good importance, guys, while designing an iFlow. You need to know the difference. So here there are two options. One is robust and one is WS standard. Okay. So what is the difference between these two? And authorization. So user role or client certificate. Okay. So we'll discuss about this client certificate later. So usually, as of now, everywhere we are discussing user role. User role means ESB messaging dot send. Okay, ESB messaging dot send. So for whichever the credential you use to send the data to CPI, for those credentials, this role will be assigned. Okay, so this is ESB messaging dot send. This is also an objective question, guys. What role one must have to send the data to CPI? ESB messaging send. ESB messaging send. Okay, remember. So now, okay, I have done this SOAP. Okay, so here WS security we usually put none, and conditions it is again the same condition. See the size we have seen, we have discussed this. So we can restrict the incoming message size. So as per this configuration, so incoming message size cannot be more than 40. The attachment size cannot be more than 100. You can change it, okay, based on the requirement. All right. So let's see how the things work now. I'd like to save and deploy. Okay. So for sending message to SOAP, okay, for sending message for the SOAP endpoint, this sender is SOAP, right? Sender is SOAP. Okay. When sender is SOAP to send message, usually we use SOAP UI. I mean, we can use Postman also. I would like to show you how SOAP UI also works. Okay, SOAP UI. SOAP UI also a tool just like Postman, which is used to send data to CPI instead of sender application. As I said in previous class, we will not have this access to the sender application to send data. That is why for our testing purposes, we use Postman and SOAP UI tools to mimic sender application. Okay, instead of this, we use SOAP UI and Postman to send data. Okay, so SOAP UI also a free tool available on internet, guys. Just go Google SOAP UI download and you get a link, you can download and install. There is nothing more in it. Okay, so I opened the SOAP UI. I'll wait for a couple of minutes for it to open. So meanwhile, let me take you to monitor page. We have deployed the iFlow, right? So we have deployed the iFlow. Let's see how the deployment looks like. Okay, so all of you remember the endpoint generated yesterday, right? So that was like this. So you remember this is the endpoint generated. Okay, so let's see today how it is going to generate. See here, this is the endpoint generated. You see, as I said in previous class, this would be same because we are on the same CPI system. So for all iFlows, okay, the host name will be same. This is called host name or server name. Okay, this will differ. This part. So as I said yesterday, this particular part is with respect to the sender adapter you choose. If you choose HTTP adapter, here you will get HTTP. If you choose SOAP adapter, you get you get CXF. Okay, this is also an objective question. Okay, so identify the correct SOAP endpoint in the below options. Likewise, they will give same URL, they will give CXF, they will give CFX, they will give FXC, they will give HTTP, they will give. Okay, so this is also one objective question. Okay, so I got it in one of the exams, even certification exams also you will get. Okay, so this is the endpoint. So for SOAP UI, as soon as I open, okay, this something comes, ignore this update. Okay, this is how the SOAP UI page opens as soon as you open the SOAP UI. So you get a pop-up called Endpoint Explorer. You can just simply click. Okay, I close that. So this is how it looks. So here, create a SOAP project. Click on SOAP, new SOAP project. The project name, you can name something. SOAP Gmail. Have I created earlier? Same. SOAP to Gmail. So here, WSDL, WSDL. So I haven't introduced what is WSDL yet. I will now. Okay. So this WSDL, if you see here, see along with the endpoint, there is something called WSDL. WSDL. Just download this. WSDL. Just download this. Okay. So this is downloaded. So now you go to your SOAP UI and look up that WSDL here, WSDL. So WSDL, we call it as WSDL. Okay, browse. So it will be in the downloads. So I will have a lot of downloads like that. I just need to identify proper one. So where we downloads, see generic request reply, SOAP to mail, WSDL, right? The name. So SOAP to mail, this one. Okay. So this is how it opens. So expand the first one and double click on this request. Double click on this request. It will open like this. Okay. So now what I will do, I go to our Postman. Yesterday we have sent some data, right? Order details. So these orders, what I do, I copy this entire orders. I put it in this place. Okay. So guys, you need to remember SOAP message looks like this. SOAP message. Okay. SOAP message, SOAP protocol. Okay. The message which is sent using SOAP protocol looks like this. It always starts with SOAP envelope. The root node of SOAP message will be SOAP envelope, which contains two things. One is the SOAP header. Second one is SOAP body. SOAP header and SOAP body. Inside SOAP body, there will be the actual data. Inside SOAP body, there will be the actual data. So actual data is this. This entire thing, remaining thing, what happened? So whatever the remaining thing, this is all we call SOAP envelope. SOAP envelope. Okay. So now, do you remember earlier, I mean, before this phone revolution, we used to send postal cards, right? Letters, post letters. Anybody knows? Post letters. There will be a postal card. You just write some letter and put an address and it will go. Right?
England letters.
Not England letters, not England letter, just a postal card. Okay, let me show you how postal card looks like. Postal card. I have written in my childhood. Okay. See, like this. See, this is the card. Okay. This space, right? This space. You write letter like this. See, like this, you write a letter. Backside also empty space. Okay. Here you put the address. This is the postal card. Simple. So this postal card, you give it to postman and he will post it to the respective address. See, everybody can read. Whoever is holding that postal card, postman can read. Okay, it is open, right? It is open. You got me. Just like this.
Yeah.
Okay, you give it to postman. Postman will not read, but I am just saying. So this is open. So whatever the content you have written, so people will start. How are you? We are all good here. How are you people doing? Okay. So what are the recent things happened? They will write it. Okay. And put it in card and they will send it. From that side, they will also respond to that. Okay. Whatever the card you have sent, we received that card. We are all also good. Hope you are also good. All these stories I used to write in my childhood. Fine. So this is the postal card. Now there is, somebody said England letter, right? England letter means what? Envelope. So that is something like we write it and we cover it. We cover it and paste it, something we do. So nobody will be able to read. Or some other thing is envelope card. Envelope means you will also receive, right? Nowadays, wherever you go, if somebody is giving you a bill, right, they will fold it and put it in an envelope cover and give it to you. Or you are doing a registered post, you put it in envelope or something and put stamps and address, everything, and then you send it. So you are putting information inside the cover and posting it, right? So similarly here also, this also the same thing. SOAP protocol means it adds an envelope on top of actual information. So it adds a security measure, right? It adds a security measure. This SOAP envelope, okay, no, people will not be able to read it easily because there is a envelope on top of the actual data. Okay, this is simple example, just whatever I have shown you, simple example. What envelope is? Envelope means simple. It is exactly matching to our real life example where we send data in envelope covers. Okay, here also the same thing. SOAP envelope. This is called SOAP envelope. Okay, once data is received in CPI application using the SOAP protocol, CPI application will remove this envelope. And process this data. I will show you this. Okay, so this is fine. Now we did two things. We opened the we opened the SOAP UI and we loaded the WSDL file and we double clicked on the request and then we pasted some data here. See, as soon as I open the WSDL, automatically URL will loaded here. Okay, URL is loaded here, right? So I haven't pasted any URL. So WSDL file contains the URL. So it will load here. So the next thing, what is the next thing remaining? So I have given the URL, I have given the data. Did I miss anything else to post data? To send the data to CPI, do I need anything else?
Username, password.
Yeah, username, password. Where do you maintain username, password? See here, authentication, AUTH. Here, put add new authorization. So basic. You may ask, why basic? We have OAuth credentials. But for these credentials, for your information, these credentials will work in both ways. Both ways means you can use them as OAuth credentials or you can use this client ID and client secret as username and password. Okay. So here I will put username as client secret and the password as. Okay. Okay, guys. So now I will send this data. See here. What happened? Yeah. What is this? What is this? Where did I click? I clicked on raw. I clicked on raw. 202 accepted. See, this is one more HTTP code. This is one more HTTP code which also tells that we send the data successfully. We send the data successfully. There is a difference.
200 and 202.
Yeah, 200 and 202. There is a slight difference. I'll let you know. So this is also meaning success. Okay. Let's see now. What happened here? This is not getting minimized today. Irritated. Where is this breakout room? Yeah. Okay. So now, so this is the configuration we did now. See, this is the configuration. You need to remember service definition. I mean, for now, for this class, here one way process settings is robust. We have selected robust, guys. We have selected robust. Okay. Robust we have selected, and then authorization is something. Okay. So now I would like to show, let me enable the trace. Let me enable the trace here. Let me enable the trace. Let me send the data again. I receive one more accepted. Okay. Let us go to our. Hey, what happened here? What happened? Messages are not coming here. Hey, strange, right? Did I give this URL only? 1817 DF7 trial. 1817 DF7 trial. What happened, guys? Have I received the email? Let me check. So I think we haven't received any mail. Okay, today, 26. That means it is not success. So what happened? Something happened. Okay. One way robust. This is sent, right? This is. This is success actually. Orders, record.
There is username. Username is secret ID. Username. Is there
Yeah. Client ID, client secret. Correct. No, otherwise we would have received error. Okay. If something was not wrong, correct, we would have received an error. So we received 202 means definitely it is delivered. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, we got a situation. Okay. I will explain something. So now this case is in real time also you get this kind of situation. Okay, what is the situation now? Sender application sends the data to CPI. Okay, they are getting a success 202 or 200. Okay, 202 or 200. But in CPI, you are not able to see that message. So now what to do? That guy will say, I have sent the message. You will say, I haven't received. Okay, so there will be a fight. So, but in real time, so doing fights will not help anyone. So we need to troubleshoot where the issue is. Okay, so you both guys should go into call. Okay, so in CPI also you have to check logs. Okay, in their application also they have to check logs. Kindly check the logs, backend logs in the system. I will also check logs. Okay, where do you check logs in our system? Go to monitor. Go to monitor. If you scroll down to the last, there will be system log files. You see system log files. So in the system log files, you will have two files. What happened here? It is not. Actually here, HTTP log and trace log should be generated. I think it is not generated. So what to do now is, let me do one thing. So what can be done? What can be done? Hey, there is one more SOAP to Gmail. What is this? No, this is not this one. Okay. Oi. Okay, so let me put this one here. And let me put this one also here. I have a doubt. Okay, now I'll send. Also, it is accepted. Yeah, now it came. But it should not be like that. Anyways, we have received the data. So let me tell you what is the difference. What is the difference? I will tell you why we haven't received earlier, why we received now. Okay, so let me open trace. Okay, let me open trace. So you see, this is the flow. First, if you select the SOAP, see the payload. See, this is what we send as it is. See, SOAP, envelope, all those things, right? All these things. Okay. So now, once message is received into CPI, see how it is sent to the content modifier. There won't be any SOAP envelope now. See, SOAP envelope, everything got removed. Okay. Only this particular, what we say, this particular namespace, you will get it. This particular namespace, we will get it from the SOAP envelope. We will talk about namespace in later. So the idea is what I would like to show here. The SOAP envelope will be removed once the data is received in CPI. Right? I will receive the letter. How do you read here? I will open the envelope. Right? I will remove the envelope and I will open what it is inside and discard this envelope cover. I open the letter and I read it. Right? So similarly, once it is received here, this envelope will be removed. And the actual data will be processed further. Okay. Any doubts? Any doubts? Now I would like to explain the difference between two options here. So difference between two options here. See, right now we selected robust, right? Robust. What I will do? And message is successful. Message is successful. So I'll click on edit. I intentionally give incorrect server. Incorrect server. Okay. I'm giving incorrect server so that I want message to fail in CPI. Okay. Save and deploy. Okay. Now this is incorrect. So it is incorrect. So message supposed to fail here. Okay. So now I would like to send from SOAP. See here, you have to click on this XML and send data one more time. See what happened?
500.
You click on XML. You click on XML. So you received some response in SOAP envelope. You see, this is also SOAP envelope. Okay. SOAP envelope in the response contains SOAP fault. SOAP fault. So here the reason. This is all part of SOAP protocol only, guys. So reason is an internal server occurred. Okay. Message log. See, go to message monitoring. It is saying go to message monitoring and check for the error details. Okay. So now let's go to message monitoring. Let's go to message monitoring. So here you see total 2 messages. One message is success, one message is failed. So open this failed message. If you see, could not connect to host port smtp gale.com. Timeout. Timeout. Okay. Unknown host exception. Unknown host. So this error, unknown host means is simply you have given an address. That address is not there in the world, man, anywhere. That house nowhere found. So what happens? Whatever the letter you posted, it will come back to you, right? So similarly, here the address is not known. That's why unknown host exception means the host is not correct or it is not known. System is not able to locate this host. Okay, that's why this error. So now, okay, this is errored out. We know it will error out because we have given incorrect name, incorrect host. So what I want you to understand here in the SOAP, right? You received some response, some SOAP fault here. Some SOAP fault here. Okay. So now same case, I will show you by changing. I will show you by changing the option here from robust to WS standard. Okay. I'm just changing robust option back to WS standard. Still the host is incorrect and still the message will fail. Still the message will fail. Okay. So let's see. Let me deploy this and open my SOAP UI. Okay. Now once the things are deployed, so this is deployed. Okay. I will run the same message again. Now you see what happened. Nothing is received here. No response is received. But in the raw, if you see, 202 accepted. What does it mean? 202 accepted means? Huh?
Successful. Successful.
What?
Successful. The message got delivered successfully.
The message got delivered successfully. Okay. So see here. Now go to our CPI. Hey, what happened here? Where is the message? I just now sent, right? Something happening here. Maybe because of some network issue or something, all messages, whatever we send, is not reaching. Okay. Yeah, now 10:13 is the last message. Something is wrong. Okay, let me deploy one more time. These are some issues with this trial account. Okay, these miracles will not happen in real time, guys. Send a message and it will not appear. Okay, that will not happen in real time. Okay, so at 10:18. Okay, so let me trigger one more time. So I have sent it. So am I find it here? What is this? System log file also not getting generated. Okay, so anyway, we'll see. Okay, so the difference here, what I would like to tell here as part of this exercise. Okay, so there are two options right here, WS standard and robust. Okay, what is the difference? This is an interview question. Okay, so what is the difference between the process settings, robust and WS standard? Which one would you prefer and why? Which one would you prefer and why? See here, readout. Now here, readout, robust. For one way, WSDL provider invokes service synchronously and processing errors are returned to the consumer. So WS standard option, message is executed with WS standard processing mechanism. Errors are not returned to the consumer. What do you understand by this?
It's a synchronous process. We will get we will send a request and we will get a response.
No, we have selected one way, guys. Why it is synchronous process?
Okay. Okay. A synchronous.
Tell me what is the difference between robust and WS standard by reading this.
Yeah, we will receive that error response in robust mode.
Sorry?
But not in the. We will receive that error response in robust mode, but not in WS standard.
Yeah. So it is one way. One way means asynchronous mode. Asynchronous mode means actually there is no response. Okay. But SAP has thought intelligently. So they have provided two options here. Robust. Robust means what happens? Yes, it is asynchronous only. It is asynchronous only. But if message fails due to some reason in CPI, that error information, that information will be sent to the receiver in a synchronous mode. Only in case of an error. So sender knows that something happened in CPI. Message is not processed by selecting robust. If you select WS standard, sender sends the message. Whether it is processed successfully or failed in CPI, sender doesn't know anything. Sender knows only it is sent out. Got it? But in case of robust, if something goes wrong in CPI, sender will know. That is why in first case, we received SOAP fault here, where we selected robust. Once we select robust, we received a SOAP fault, which indicates the message we sent failed in CPI system. Second case, we selected WS standard. We haven't received that SOAP fault. Instead, we received this message, do not be accepted. Now, as a sender, I think the message I sent is successful. It is reached CPI. From CPI, it went to the receiver or not, I am not sure. Got it? So now tell me which one is good for you. which one you guys will select, robust or WS standard?
Robust.
Robust.
Why?
The error message again we'll get to know.
Because we can
What are the-
rectify the errors.
Who will get to know? Who will get to know about the error message in this
Sender.
diagram?
Sender.
So what is the
Sender.
advantage? What is the advantage of sender knowing about the
So
error
again,
message?
we can reboot, we can troubleshoot it, and again we can send it. What is the error by knowing?
Okay. So they will know something happened at sender, sorry, in CPI, the message is not processed. They may take some actions immediately. That is the advantage, right? Suppose other way around. So I have chosen WS standard, right? Then what happens? Message fails in CPI. Sender thinks it is processed. It is on the developer of CPI. It is on the developer of CPI. It is his responsibility to monitor and check if any message failed. He need to manually let sender know, boss, no, you have sent this particular invoice, right? It is failed in system. If he misses out that communication, it will be a problem. So if robust case, there is no responsibility on CPI developer, because once we select robust, in case of failure, sender will know anyway. He will take immediate action, or he will reach out to you, boss, I am sending this invoice since morning. Every time I am receiving a failure message, could you please check what happened? Okay, now the trigger is on sender side itself. Okay, he will only reach out to ask us what is the problem, why it is failing every time. Got it? So robust is the best way. Maybe some applications they may ask for WS standard, but robust is the best way. Okay, so please practice these things today. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow. Any questions, anyone?
So far,
Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
please.
so far, no questions.
Yeah, please practice. Please practice. You remember this thing while I have put invoke one way before the message. Okay. So I think you guys do not have these orders, right? I will give this XML in today's recording as a text file. I will give this for you to practice. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Please practice. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you, Varun. Bye.